Mindfulness is a really difficult word because it actually means about 50 things. And it can be used in different contexts. When people talk about it, quite often people listening aren't sure what is being talked about. Mindfulness, for example, in context of meditation, to me means that you shut down the being counter, the person who sorts, counts, plans, remembers, that one, who, you know, the one who thinks he's in charge, and he gets to shut up and sit in a corner. And then, of course, who's left? Because we sometimes think that's who we are. We're the bean counter. We're not. You know, that's our chief financial officer, but it's not the CEO. And the CEO is who we are as a being. And when I lecture to people who are real intellectual about this, they're very skeptical because they think their intellect is who they are. And if they turn it off, they'll actually die. So there's a real interesting way to depict what I'm talking about when I refer to being without thinking. And while you're being, you're not sleeping. You're wide awake, completely alert, and relaxed. Do you hear that sound? The tapping sound. So I just fooled you. There's no tapping sound. I did that so that you would listen for the tapping sound. Because when we listen carefully for something that we've just been alerted to, we stop thinking. So for 5 seconds, the bean counter completely stepped aside, and you listened and did nothing. Thought about nothing, just waited for the sound. So that's an example of how we do it all the time during our daily life. There are times when we shut down the thinking mind and are just there as a being person. Now, when we shut down the thinking mind and become in our being state, or allow ourselves to just be in our being state, it also relaxes the nervous system. It's very healing, and it seems to improve our cognitive functions as well. There have been a lot of tests done on this now. But in general, when we get up off our meditation cushion or off our chair and walk away, we feel better mentally, emotionally, and physically. It's our natural state of being, and we seem to have forgotten this. And I think it's quite sad, but fortunately, there are now millions of people that are remembering.